Indian River Connections brings you the first source you can watch for truth on board decisions in Indian River County. The Board Report, where taxpayers and policymakers intersect. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform to get notified when we go live on Fridays at 7 p.m. Visit IndianRiverConnections.com for more. Sponsored by Gus Curran's House of Champions.
Hello, everyone. I'm Joanne Binford. Welcome to the Board Report, brought to you by Indian River Connections. And this is
John Karapi from TGI Now podcast. Welcome to the Board Report as well. And thanks to House of Champions for being our sponsor for this segment of the Board Report. What we got going on for tonight, Joanne?
Well, tonight we have our special guest, and that is Lamarre Notargiacomo. She is the Republican Executive Committee chairwoman, dedicated, and she's an advocate, dedicated, and tirelessly using her voice for change.
Yes, Lamarre. I met Lamarre at the school board meetings when I got kicked out of the building back in the 2020 time of COVID. So that's where I met Lamarre, and she's always up there speaking her truth. And I was like, wow, it's like down the road, we got to get her to come out and speak her truth on our show. So I'm glad to have her on for the first time, and hopefully for many times after this. So it'll be good.
I know she's fearless. Wherever you see people needing advocacy, she's there. She's even done advocacy work in Miami. I mean, she can tell us all about that. She really has a history of standing up, getting out there in the public, working hard for us. We've seen her at the school board supporting Jennifer Pippin, and on many issues, she goes to Tallahassee and battles bill issues there. She's a what do we call that? A citizen lobbyist, where you go up and you represent the citizens of your county and the state, and she is relentless. So it's really an honor to have her on tonight. And Lamarre will be joining us when we return after the break, right?
Yep, we're going to take a little break. We'll go right to Gus Curran's House of Champions.
Tired of the same old workout? Come knock out your fitness goals at Gus Curran's House of Champions. Founded in 1996 right here in Vero Beach, Florida, our Hall of Fame trainers will push you to your limits and beyond. Whether you're a beginner or a pro, we have the perfect class for you, including the one-of-a-kind Rock Steady Parkinson's training. So come join the fight and unleash the champion inside you. Give them a call, 772-713-1157, or go to gchouseofchampions.com.
Welcome, Lamarre.
Thank you so much for having me. I'm really excited to be here. Thank you, John and Joanne. Appreciate your good work.
Thank you.
Yes, well, Lamarre, you've done a lot for our community, and that's why, when I was at the REC, I was hoping to see you as chairwoman, because you have blood, sweat, and tears into this, and you are an inspirational person.
Well, thank you so much for that introduction. It's been good to partner with you and with John, speaking our voices at the school board meetings and going to Tallahassee and speaking to our legislators there about our constitutional rights. That's our job as citizen advocates, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right. And, Lamarre, there's a lot going, you guys are getting ready for. We've got the 2026 elections that are just around the corner, and can you share the latest on the Republican Executive Committee's upcoming events and how they are gearing up for the critical 2026 local and state elections?
Right. So first, I just wanted to state the objectives, because a lot of people don't know what the Republican Executive Committee is. It's sort of like the umbrella organization for the Republican activities in our county. All 67 counties have a Republican Executive Committee, and the objectives are election of office to qualified Republican persons, to foster loyalty to the Republican Party, to promote an informed electorate through political education, to increase Republican registrations, to seek qualified Republicans to become candidates for local, county, state, and federal offices, to promote the election of all Republican candidates in the general election, and in general to uphold the principles of freedom, equality, and justice on which the Republican Party and the government of this nation is founded, as set forth in the Constitution of the United States and the state of Florida. So those are the objectives of the Republican Executive Committee. Anyone who's been a Republican for 365 days is welcome to join the Republican Executive Committee because it's of, by, and for the people. And so we welcome anyone who wants to share their time and their talents with us. And we're just having a really good time. We hosted Congressman Mike Herodopoulos and his staff on Wednesday night at the American Icon Brewery. And I think everybody had a great time. It was a good time of fellowship. And it was up close and personal with our congressman. Not many people get the opportunity to do that. So we hosted him the other night, and we're getting ready to host Byron Donalds, who may be the next governor of the state of Florida on September 24th. So we are doing everything that we know to do to reach out to our community, to new residents. And we've got a great team of people that are working hard to increase our footprint in our county and to be inclusive. So not in the DEI sense of inclusivity, but we have a diverse party, and yeah, I mean, diversity of opinions is what the party is all about, and we welcome diverse opinions, and as long as they fall under the banner of constitutionalism, that's what we want. Is more. We need more public servants and fewer politicians, right? We need to get back to the Constitution.
Yeah, so it's a general admission is $125 if purchased after August 15th, but if they purchase, which is today.
So today is the last day to get early bird prices of $100.
So everybody should hurry up and get their tickets today.
Right, so they could scan the QR code that they see on the screen, or they could go to ircgop.com and register online there through Anadot. It's very simple. It takes about a minute or two to register and to reserve your seat. So we're really excited about that event. As you know, Byron Donalds has been endorsed by Majority Leader Steve Scalise, House Republican Leadership Chair Elise Stefanik, Republican Conference Chair Lisa McClain, House Majority Whip Tom Emmer, Speaker of the House Mike Johnson, and of course, President Trump. So Byron Donalds is a strong front runner, and he really has supported President Trump all the way with all of his MAGA policies. So we're very proud of what Byron has done and excited about having him on September 24th.
Nice.
Yeah, Byron Donalds has been a great advocate for Florida and even working on federal bills. He's been a constitutionalist. He's one of our strong constitutionalists that we have up there. And I'm very honored that it's coming from Florida. We've had a lot of great people come from Florida, and right here in Indian River County, we've had great women, strong women take over, traveling across the country, making change, the Sullivans, Tina Deskovich and all these women. It's amazing that we have such a great county and a great state of Florida.
That's true. We've got Kat Kamak, we've got Anna Paulina Luna. So we do have some great leaders. And of course, Congressman Mike Herodopoulos is doing a fabulous job upholding our constitutional rights. And as a matter of fact, the House just passed a bill to prevent central bank digital currency. So we'll see where it goes from there. But Mike is doing a lot of good things too, and very responsive leadership. And I'm just really proud of him. So.
Yeah, that's great. So Lamarre, what do you think about Byron Donalds running for governor?
I think Byron Donalds, like you said, has done a great job upholding our constitutional rights and upholding President Trump's "Make America Great Again" agenda. And I think he's a very strong candidate, and I think he's going to win. I think he will be the next governor.
Yeah, he looks like a very, very strong candidate. And then we also have some local elections coming up too. Are you guys gearing up for that as well?
So local elections, right? We're gearing up for 2026. We also have, we may have city council elections, our municipal elections in October. So people need to study up on who they want for city council in Sebastian and city of Vero Beach, and know their candidates and honestly get ready to run. I don't know what the deadline is, the filing deadline is for candidates for city council, but we need strong representation in our city council as well. So,
Yeah.
and then the 2026 elections are around the corner. We're trying to build our war chest now and get our teams in place because we will need a strong ground game. And so that's why we're kind of going crazy. We've had back-to-back events recently, and we had the Riptide Family Barbecue, and they did a great job with their fantastic music. Everyone had a wonderful time at the Heritage Center with that last month. And then, of course, Congressman Herodopoulos and Byron Donalds in September. So we're gearing up for the 2026 elections, and we're not going to let the Democrats take any House seats, right?
That's right.
We're not going to lose in the midterms. So that's what we're doing now is we're getting everyone together and poised to keep our county and our state red and to have a win for Byron Donalds as the governor. Remember how close it was between DeSantis and Gillum. I can't even comprehend what our state would look like right now.
We would be California. We would be literally California. That's what it would be. We wouldn't be Florida.
So this is not the time for people to be complacent. This is our time to step up our game and not to go into our bunkers and hide, but to come out and participate in our city council, our county commission meetings, make sure that Sheriff Flowers gets the funding he needs to give his guys a raise and to make sure that they're accountable to us. Government is of, by, and for the people, right?
Yeah. So Lamarre, if people want to get involved and help out, because you guys do get out the vote and you get involved and you knock on doors or you make phone calls, you guys work hard on getting the community to realize, hey, elections are coming up. How do you feel about this? You guys go door to door sometimes. I'm not sure what your process is going to be this year, but if people want to get involved and they want to know who their precinct captain is, because I don't know if everybody knows this, but they have precinct captains, and can they go to the website at the GOP office, the Republican website, and sign up in a precinct to help out?
They could go to ircgop.com and they could call headquarters and someone will call them back. Karen Osborne has done a fabulous job organizing the precincts, but we also need more precinct leaders. We do need people to organize events in their own precincts. So it's important for people to call or visit ircgop.com, and they can become members, like I said, of the Republican Executive Committee. And it's just nice to collaborate with other people to get together. Our next official REC meeting will be September 10th at the Heritage Center. We're having Ryan Butler, the Clerk of Courts, as our pre-meeting speaker from 6 to 6:30. The official business meeting starts at 6:30, and we're finished by 8 o'clock. So we try to be very respectful of people's time, try to allow for questions and answers, and get together with Karen Osborne and other precinct leaders and get connected. That's what we're trying to accomplish now. We go to the gun shows, connect with people there. We had 2 new people sign up to become members of the Republican Executive Committee at the gun show. So we want like-minded people. We want people who are engaged to get more involved so that we can maintain our forward momentum.
So Lamarre, we're going to take a short commercial break, but when we come back, I really want to know what your take is on recent Democrat-led rallies opposing just about everything Trump does. So let's go to a quick commercial break and we'll come back and get some feedback.
All right. Thank you.
Warrior Shield Foundation is here to unite, honor, and provide support for veterans, first responders, and Gold Star family members. The foundation will enable them to find the help they need through direct assistance or by connecting them with our shared vision network. Using data-driven models, we provide solutions that make a long-lasting difference. We, along with our partners, are dedicated to bringing together like-minded groups and individuals who have committed to making a difference in the lives of our hardworking, everyday heroes. We bridge the gap by connecting warriors or their families with the assistance they deserve and require, such as service dogs, wheelchairs, counseling, scholarships, and team-building retreats, to name a few. You can help right now to make a difference for those who have helped and protected us all. Warrior Shield Foundation, selflessly doing for those who need it most.
It's a long way to home, but you won't take the hard road all alone. Just look to your left and look to your right. You were born to fight.
Well, that's Warrior Shields. I really like that commercial, and I'm excited about being so close to September 5th because we're going to be going to that.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, Mike's got tickets. I haven't got mine yet, but I'm planning on going as well.
Yeah, I got tickets and I got my hotel, and I'm looking forward to that. I've never been to it, and it looks like a really great event.
Yeah, I'm excited.
We got to take care of our men and women in the military. They've been willing to lay down their lives for us, and we've got to do whatever we can to support them and help them. So I would love to learn more about that event. I'm going to check it out and hope to be able to attend. So thank you for letting me know about that.
A concert or night or some stuff. Yeah, it'll be good.
Yeah. Well, if you want to go, Lamarre, I've got a hotel room, and
there you go.
If you could always stay with me, you can let me know.
Yeah.
But,
sounds good. Yeah.
Yeah, we're gonna do a podcast from there too, so it'll be kind of cool.
Yeah. So that's
exciting. Yeah. That's great.
Yeah. So Lamarre, I wanted to really know your feedback on these Democratic parties that are pushing back on just about everything Trump is doing.
Well, let's face it, a lot of them are funded by George Soros. I used to work at Publix for many years as customer service staff, and there was a gentleman who came in all the time, and I have to be politically neutral at work, of course, but he would come in and tell me to my face, "Yeah, I'm paid by George Soros. I'm on his payroll." So these people are paid. They're paid activists. They get paid to get bussed in to our neighborhoods and give the appearance that they're strong and they have a lot of people, but they're so far from reality. They're not based in reality at all. Their Trump derangement syndrome is their problem.
The diagnosis.
Yeah. It's a real thing. But they don't support police. They don't support securing our borders. I can't believe when I was up in Washington on January 6th, for people who don't believe in fences, I could not believe how quickly those fences went up. And not during the Black Lives Matter real riots, but after the January 6th protest of a stolen election, how quickly those fences went up. And it's just they're so hypocritical. They're so lost. They're so radical. They're so out of touch with the people. It's why people are leaving the Democrat Party in droves. And so I appreciate people like Brandon Straka with his walkaway movement. He was just showcasing the other day more people who are walking away from the Democrat Party. They're out of touch with the people. And so I don't fear them. I feel like we're going to gain more House seats in 2026, and we just have to stay the course. And people need to just stay engaged. I think honestly, our worst enemy is not Democrats. Our worst enemy is apathy. And we just cannot afford to be apathetic. We all need to stay engaged Don't take your ball and go home if you don't get 100% of what we want all the time, every time. I've never seen a representative yet that gave us 100% of everything we wanted.
No.
But we have to stay engaged.
Yeah, that's it. And then the more you do, the more people will leave that party. They'll start to wake up and they'll come over and then realize, like, yeah, that was kind of crazy. Like, man, I didn't see that. I don't agree with that anymore. Like, that's what it takes. It just takes that trigger for them to walk away, like you said. And and then some of these protests that I have videos teed up for that. It just shows you that they're just out of touch and they are being paid and they chant the same stuff and they say the same things, and it's a little bizarre when you watch them. I mean, I'll play a few here. It's pretty bizarre.
Free our kids! Free our kids! Free our kids! Music!
And then you got
that one video said, hands off our youth, yet they want to put transgender people doing the hoochie mama in front of little babies.
Exactly. That's exactly it. Yeah. Here's another one.
Our city! Whose city? Our city! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free DC! Free!
But you can see they're paid. They all have the same signs. They all have the same T-shirts on. It's all very coordinated. It's not organic. See what I'm saying? That's
we had another thing that we did recently was we had our Law and Order event because Republicans. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to talk over the video. Go for it.
No, you're good. Go ahead. No, go ahead. I'll play it after that. Go ahead.
These people, they don't support law and order. They love chaos and they love crime. I don't know if you've seen what's going on in Los Angeles. They've got hordes of youth breaking into stores and just stealing everything they can.
Mm-hmm.
And they're not doing anything to clean up Los Angeles. So all these blue cities expect more chaos unless, President Trump steps in.
And that's why he's already. I mean, I believe he deployed more of the National Guard and things of that nature way ahead of time before this is just a reactionary scenario. This has been prepared for a long time because they know what these people are going to do. They know they're being paid. They know that they're being told where to go. When you watch this video, it's just the same old thing. It's the same old chants. They send the same chants to them. They send them out on the streets. You guys chant this same little chant. This is what I'll play for you right now.
DC is our home. You can have it from. DC is our home. You can have it from.
I mean,
DC is our home. You can have it from. It's our home, so it's our home. Live on out.
Oh my God. Do you know what they're singing, John?
What is that? Yeah.
It's a Christian song. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
Oh my
right,
God.
Lamarre?
They tried to steal the rainbow. Sorry, God created the rainbow. You can't have it.
Oh my God! Here, let me play the rest of it because I want to see what
they
this
did.
rest of that.
I cannot believe that.
Yeah, let me play it again. The rest of it. Slap. Okay, forget it. Wow.
Did you recognize that, Lamarre?
Yes, that tune. Yep. It's the light of mine.
Good.
Oh
yeah,
my
that's
gosh.
Yeah,
that is just so nasty. I can't believe they did that. This little
they care more about illegal aliens than they care about our homeless fighting heroes, that have trouble integrating back into society when they come home. It's horrible. It's a blight, they are, and I'm so thankful that Trump has sent in the National Guard to help Muriel Bowser because she couldn't figure it out.
No,
they couldn't figure it out how to get the homeless off the streets, and so they needed a little help. I appreciated the attitude. I was watching something, I don't know if it was on Benny Johnson or what, the other night, and watching how these guys are going door to door, and they're basically communicating with members of the community and letting them know what's going on and inviting them to ask them questions if they have questions. So it's a very civil operation, but people there's many criminals within those illegal aliens that should not even be in our country. So
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and the
Yes.
Democratic Party has basically lost the Democratic Party. It's now the Communist Socialist Party. That's why so many people are leaving the Democratic Party, because they can't even relate to some of these things. And there's no boundaries when it comes to children. Transvestites are now transgender human beings that can identify as anything. It's so far-fetched. That's why so many people have left the Democratic Party and they're in search for another party. They're going to go to the no party affiliate.
And we always have been the big tent party. So we need to reclaim that title too. It's important to be welcoming to other people, and especially those who don't have an agenda other than let's make America constitutional again. So that should be our goal.
Yes. And we need to clean up some of those people in our Congress as well, in the Democratic and the Republican Party, because they're always voting with the Democrats, and that's really a problem. But so when we have good candidates like Byron Donalds and whoever else is going to be coming up, we need to really get to know them, introduce them, get them out there, help support them. I'm going to Byron Donalds' event in Melbourne. That's going to be a big event, and a more expensive event. So I'll be going there, and I'll be donating quite a bit to Byron Donalds then. And just supporting those really good, strong candidates that have a proven record of being constitutionalists. And unfortunately, for some people, it goes under the Republican name, but that's what the Republican Party is the Republican Party that really supports the social compact of the Constitution. So that's the party you want to belong to if you really love America and love this nation and love the Constitution that gave us this nation. The Democrat Party. Yeah, it's the only one we've got, and you can't just go creating some people are talking about, well, we need a third party, a fourth party, we need diversity in parties. And I'm like, why? You either believe in this or you don't.
And we need more good people running for office, frankly.
Yes.
We need strong people, especially those who have served honorably in our military. We really need to lend our support to those individuals and work as hard as we can to help them get elected. Like I said before, and I really believe this with all my heart, we need more public servants and fewer politicians who are just enamored with their titles and their positions and listening to the people putting money in their pockets instead of listening to their constituents and representing them.
Right.
And that needs to change. We need to fix that. And it's up to us. If we sit back and, we hide in our bunkers and I agree with prepping. We need to all be prepared because, there's no guarantees for tomorrow, but we need to stay on the front lines and stay engaged as well, because when we don't show up, we're putting a big target on the few who do. I've experienced that at county commission meetings, city council meetings, where I've been one of a handful of people speaking. You've all experienced that as well.
Yep.
And all that does is put a big target on the handful of people who are willing to stand up and be counted. So we need more people engaged in the process. As they say, all politics are local. And if we're not doing it locally, then we can't expect President Trump to save the whole country. It's up to us to do our part and be involved, to do our civic duty and be engaged at the local level.
Lamarre, how would you feel about Doge coming to Indian River County?
Yeah.
Well, I think it's a great idea as long as, it's independent organization and not people who are benefiting from, from the publicity or whatever. But that's a great idea. We need more accountability from the city council and the county commission. And they need to be more responsive to the citizens and host meetings when citizens can attend. A lot of people work at the times when they have their meetings. And so it's unbalanced. If they want to to have real representation from the community. They should have it at friendly times for people who work.
Yeah, and you're right about the meetings. For years, people have been asking them to have evening meetings. Even Laura Moss brought it up, and they shot her down, and they shot the idea down. But you're right. Even the city council meetings, like, was at 9 a.m. in the morning during the week where everybody's working.
Right.
So people, and they actually, the city council had a John, you were there, right? There was a full room there.
Oh yeah, no, it was but a lot of it, again, it's the whole selective outrage, the whole DC is our home, like this made up, outrage that gets these far left, individuals to come out to these meetings and create a little bit of a stir, and so you see that happen, and you see what you're up against, but you just can't fight it. You just have to just speak what you're the truth, and not worry about what they're doing on the other side. That's really all. That's all I ever focus on anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I was really glad to see that so many people went to that city council meeting, because the city's a small. It's a small. There's like 17,000 community members for the city alone, and most of those are.
Jennifer Pippin did a great job. Tony Young did a great job. Taylor Dinkle, I'm very proud of Taylor, for taking a stand. And none of us want to be labeled haters. Yeah. And they love labels. That's another thing, is that the radicals love labels, and they want to label us. And all we want is decency. We want a community that respects families, and we don't want to be known as the community that
exploits children.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Because you're right. It's all about boundaries. We have boundaries for children for a reason, and we don't cross those boundaries. And boundaries are being crossed in the city limits in a business. And it was very important. I really felt good about the speakers that went up there. I got to watch it on my video. I clicked into the city and watched it from my desktop, but I was like, some of these people, thank goodness they're there. You had the priest, John, what was his name? Do you remember that priest that went?
He was from St. Helens. I went by
Yeah.
actually card. I want to invite him on the show, but I haven't heard from him.
He had a really good speech, and I think one of the most compelling speeches of the evening of that day was the ex-mayor, who you could tell he was a resident from here for generations, and he really spoke from the heart, and he just was like, this is really wrong, and he even voted for the vice mayor twice and said that in his speech, and said, but this is very troubling.
Yeah.
And
Tony Young is also a military veteran. He served our country honorably. And that's the thing, is that people don't realize that their freedoms, the freedom that we have in our country, is the land of the free because of the brave. I don't think that they were willing to lay down their lives so that we could poison our children's minds. I don't think that's the definition of freedom.
Right. So Lamarre, I want to thank you so much for coming on the show, and for, telling us more about the Republican Party and sharing that information. Do you have any idea or when we're going to see people putting in as candidates for some of these local races? I've been checking the SOE website, and it seems like nobody's putting in yet.
Well, there are 2 seats up for election in the city of Vero Beach. I'm not sure about Sebastian. Forgive me, I don't know what's going on there, but as far as I know, nobody is yet running for those 2 seats other than the incumbents.
Yeah, so I know Flesher and Laura's seat is up again, and I haven't
county
seen.
Commission, I'm sorry.
Yeah,
City council, okay.
We got city council, right? County commission, and we've got some state seats that are coming up, and I've just been waiting to see who's going to run, and I don't see any grassroots candidates running. I'm hoping that the Republican Executive Committee has some people that they're talking to that they know are great candidates to get them to run.
Well, we're always on the lookout for people who want to run. Like I said, people who are, you know, not self-serving, people who have served in the military, especially served honorably in the military. We need more veterans running for public office. And I'm always on the lookout. I'm always asking people. So, and it's usually no, no, thank you. But we'll keep seeing. And, if you have ideas, send people to us that are interested in running, and we'll do everything we can.
Who was telling me? I think it was Thomas Augustus that was telling me the county commission salaries just went up.
Wow.
Was it Thomas on the last show that we were talking about? Their salaries went up because it used to be $64K a year, and it's above that now. It might have been Kevin McDonald. It was one of those gentlemen that mentioned that the salaries had gone up. So if anybody wants to run, you're going to be paid for your hard work in running.
Yeah.
Because running is a hard job. And I think that's what really turns people off, is running against incumbents, because people favor incumbents, or incumbents have a lot of ties to special interest groups. Let's look at it this way. If I'm a county commissioner, I can put my sign on almost anywhere because I know all these property owners, and the property appraiser, and I know all this. So for a grassroots candidate running against an incumbent, it's very intimidating, because now you've got to go and compete against somebody that pretty much has all the best spots in town to put your sign up and to spread the word.
Right. So we need money. It's probably going to take $100,000. Somebody has a desire to run for county commission or even city council, because we know that they're not necessarily looking out for taxpayers. Let's put it that way. So, it's going to take a dedicated team to get people elected who are looking out for the interests of their constituents. It's going to take a dedicated team, 20 to 30 people who are willing to knock doors. And, you need a good ground game, and you also need a lot of money. So we want to help good people get elected. And so we're going to do everything we can do.
Well, when the elections get started and when we have candidates, this is why I'm looking to see who's running. Binford Chronicles always likes to interview all of the candidates, so that we can shoot that out on Facebook to all of the community groups, and everybody can see their candidates whenever they want to, instead of just candidates having an event and I can't go to it because I'm working, or I can't go to it because I'm at my kid's game or our family. It's recorded, and they can just save it and play it back and have a good idea who their candidate is.
Yeah, so these candidate forums are really important. They're really educational. So keep up the good work.
Yeah. And we want to be able to keep our community engaged, like you said, and informed, most importantly. So that's what Binford Chronicles is going to do once we get those names out of the SOE and have those candidates come on board and interview and shoot those out. And we can shoot those out to the REC, and you guys can shoot them out, or have a place for where people can click on them and say, hey, if you want to know about this candidate or that candidate, here's their interviews. And I know they have them on TC Palm, but the difference between Binford Chronicles and TC Palm is we have authentic questions. We're not using the same questions that they've used year after year after year. They seem to ask the same old questions every single year. So I try to get the candidates on and get them in a comfortable situation where they're not answering questions after another person's answering questions, but on their own playing field, and let them answer authentically because we want to see the authentic side. The authentic side, sometimes you get relaxed and then you say more, you expound more, and you get to see the thinking process of that person that's running.
Right. So I think it's important also for people to remember that if they voted by mail in the last election, you have to request a new ballot. Okay. So, which is good. You know, I think it helps with voter integrity. But if people know they're going to be out of town, they've got to request it, because all prior requests expired on November 6, 2024.
Oh, very good point.
For people to go to voteindianriver.gov and to request another vote by mail ballot, especially if you know you're going to be out of town during the primaries. And we really need to focus on getting more people out to vote. I think that during the interim elections, I don't know if I'm using the right term there, but during the interim elections in 2026, we may have a turnout of something like 25%. We've got to do better, especially as Republicans. We've got to get out the vote. We've got to get people to the polls. These interim elections are so important, and we've got to make sure that we don't lose any House seats, that we don't lose any ground. And because, like we talked about before, just think about what would have happened to our state if Andrew Gillum had beat Governor DeSantis. We've got to make sure that we elect a Republican governor. Hopefully Byron Donalds will be the next governor, but we can't just rest on our laurels. We have to work hard to get him elected, and to make sure that there's no voter fraud, and do everything that we can to keep our state red.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because even when Trump won, he didn't win by a landslide in Florida. It was not, 80% of the votes. It was like, what, 55 to 40 something. There was a 10% margin there, if I remember correctly, because I was not impressed. I was like, we should have had a landslide red state. And so it's really important for us to not relax and not just be sedentary and sit in your house. Get out and vote in the primaries. Primaries are so important because it pushes your candidate over that line. It could be 5 votes and then the candidate doesn't make it across the line. So everybody needs to get out there and vote in the primaries, and then vote in the general elections. And
the primaries is where the school board is decided, and other very important races are decided in the primaries. So it's really important for people, just like I said, don't be complacent, but stay engaged, do your civic duty, vote in the primaries, vote in the midterms. And if you care about law and order, if you don't love chaos like the Democrats do, and you care about law and order, we've got to work hard to maintain our majority, and to keep the House, and to have a Republican governor in Florida.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you so much, Lamarre, for joining us today. We really enjoyed having you on board. And I've got that up there, voteindianriver.gov, must apply for absentee ballot. So if you guys see that, please write it down, go to the website and apply for your absentee ballot. Thank you again, Lamarre.
And right, anybody who wants to come on September 10th at the Heritage Center is welcome at 6 o'clock for our Republican Executive Committee meeting. And look forward to seeing everyone there.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lamarre.
All right, John, that was a great interview with Lamarre Notargiacomo.
Yeah, she's great. No, I mean, I knew she'd be a good guest, and hopefully we'll have her be a more often contributor as well, because she's got her thumb on the pulse of what's going on in the community, much like you do, and the same thing with Binford Chronicles. So I think that makes a lot of sense. So hopefully she'll come back more often. So now she finally did it. So now she'll feel a little more comfortable now. So that's great.
Yeah, we enjoyed having her on. So anyway, let's close it out, Mike, John.
Mike's busy.
I
He's
know
been in the chat. He's been in the chat. He's been making his
yeah,
comments. Yeah, I know.
he's
So
he's having his Father Day with his kids, and
yeah.
that's great. That's so
We
important, you
we
know?
were we were busy last night at Filthy's with the conspiracy event, so that was a great turnout and a great event, and hopefully we'll get more people to come to that too. So just one more branch of what Indian River Connections is doing in IRC Media. So we're branching out and we're doing live remotes too. So it's gonna be good.
Yeah, that was a good evening last night, and there was a lot of like intense discussion there.
Yeah, there
You know,
was.
I showed up a little late, and you guys were already into it, and I was like, "Whoa, I can't even jump into that one."
Right? No, you jumped in at the right time there. You got some good knowledge, and we all learn something new. As long as somebody takes something away from the meetings we have for this event, and even somebody takes away things that we do here on the board report. I mean, that's what's all about. Just we reach one person. That's all that matters. You know, you're not going to reach the masses. You got to start at home, like Lamarre said. We got to do it in our backyard, and we can't lose the momentum. We have to keep pushing forward and eliminate the crap and keep the good stuff and follow the Constitution.
Right. We tell two friends, they tell two friends, then tell two friends, and spread it like wildflower.
Right, absolutely. And then everybody sees it, and we get more people to get involved and contribute to the board report and to the Benford Chronicles and to the other podcasts that we have as well. So I mean, it's a good collaboration for our community, and it's building momentum, and we're starting a movement. So that's all that matters.
Yeah, because we've been covering a lot of topics. You know, we've got Shattering the Narrative, that's part of our partner podcasters,
Yep.
and you know that's great information on informed consent and mental health and all that stuff. So
Oh,
it's just we're really expanding, and I'm really enjoying this ride.
yeah, it's been good. It's good. It's only going to get better. The best is yet to come.
Yeah. So let's say thank you to all those that are supporting the board report and Gus Curran's House of Champions for sponsoring us. We couldn't do it without your help. And the board report. Remember, it's brought to you by Indian River Connection. So remember to hit the like, share, and subscribe tab to get notified when the board report goes live. And remember, the board report airs every Friday at 7 p.m. And you can go visit the board report on IndianRiverConnections.com, right?
Absolutely. Yep. Get your merch too. We got a little bit of merch going too.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I've got to get my merch out there. Well, thank you.
Yeah, we will. We'll get that all done. We're going to get some more. Everybody was asking about the merch at the event last night too. So I was like, we might need to get some.
Yes, we do.
Right.
All right. Well, good night, guys.
All right. Thank you.
Indian River Connections brings you the first source you can watch for truth on board decisions in Indian River County. The Board Report, where taxpayers and policymakers intersect. Be sure to subscribe on your favorite platform to get notified when we go live on Fridays at 7 p.m. Visit IndianRiverConnections.com for more. Sponsored by Gus Curran's House of Champions.